Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Batman, issue number 96. This is Joker War, part 2. That's right, no tie-in, the actual deal. This is also the first appearance of Clown Killer. Any good? Worth it? Let's find out. I'm going to tell you. But first I'm going to tell you who made the book. So we got Joker War, part 2. James Tynion IV is the writer. George Jimenez on art, Tomio Morey doing the colors, Clayton Cowles on letters, Jimenez and Morey doing the cover, and Francisco Bettina doing a variant cover. Bill Finger, of course, created Batman. Let's see, this was a sick freaking book, because it started out, the way it started out, I'm looking at this, is like, what the frick is this? Is this some Legion of Superheroes and Batman Beyond, and we go to frickin', the future, and, Brian Michael Bendis is writing this up, because, like, this was just so silly. Like, Mr. Freeze shows up, there's a new version of Batman, and Mr. Freeze shows up, and he's got his two kids. What are these two morons' names? Because I was just shocked at this. What is it? Ice Pop and Snow Cone. Yeah, so first appearance of potential children of this guy. Because I'm like, what the hell is going on? What is happening here? This was the dumbest thing. Gotham City, years from now. Dude, like the Gotham of tomorrow. And then Batman goes home and Alfred is there and he's really old and Batman pulls off his helmet and it's Bruce Wayne, but he's got like the gray in his temples. Kind of looks a little bit like Hal Jordan, but with the Superman twist in the front of his head. And I'm like, what is this? And it was just dumb. And I was going to be like, I don't know what Tynion has done. But then I turn the page. And I see this literally twisted freaking thing, and I'm like, James Tynion IV is the sickest son of a gun on the face of the planet. The same guy who made the Upside Down Man, that's right, in the Justice League Dark. And I was like, that's freaky. And then I look at this and like, oh my god, Alfred's freaky. And like the whole thing is just, oh my god. And like Bruce Wayne did not scream loud enough. Don't worry, I screamed a little bit during it too. And that was actually in the comic book stores. And flipped through, I'm like, oh my god. And people looking at me. It didn't really happen, but it could have. It could have. Because holy crap, Tynion is a freaking psychopath. This dude belongs behind bars. And we go over to Harley Quinn. That's his girlfriend. Because this guy is insane. Oh my god, that was crazy. And we would go into Harley and she's talking to Bats, but Bats has some serious mental damage. He got hit in the head a couple times too hard and his freaking pointy helmet ears didn't save him. And like, wow, he got jacked up. And what I'm seeing outside on the streets of Gotham is not that world of tomorrow. This is the modern day. And it's bad. I'm going to compare this less to more to what Tom King was hoping he was going to get when he kind of did the whole, hey, look, the bad guys have taken over. Like, Two-Face and the Joker are now partners in crime. I think it was those two, and they're sweeping up the streets of Gotham or something like that. Like, it was, This is more like No Man's Land. Like, this is Gotham being jacked up. And no, they weren't, killing each other for an apple, but holy crap, it was bad. My man, my dude, this was awesome. There are clowns everywhere just killing people, stalking people, hunting people down. That's when all of a sudden this dude with a mohawk and a baseball bat with this is crazy, with the batarang tied to the top of it, and he's just killing folk. He's killing folk. He's killing the Joker crew, though. I was going to say clan. Hardly a clan. More like a cult. The Joker cult. Dude, he's jacking fools up, man. Wow. Harley shows up as like, Bats, if you don't get your freaking head together, you've been asleep for 3 days, you're not going to believe what's already happened to Gotham. And he's just like, what's going on? What's going on? And he starts like hitting her, shoving her, tossing her aside. And like, she's flying. Like, this looks like, Hank Pym with Janet Van Dyne. He's like, bat, and she's going, ah! But she gets back up because it's Harley. So it's cool. Let me tell you something right now before I go on. George Jimenez, I'm going to have to track this homeboy down and get him to do a commission for me of Harley. Because this is one of the most beautiful versions of Harley out there. And look. I say that every so often, but you got to understand, I've said this multiple times about Harley. She can be a different person for each person. You know what I'm saying? For each reader, she could be a different person. It depends on how you're going to look at this character. And in this particular one, the image that I'm getting of her, the idea that I'm getting her is this person who is trying to help. She's still dealing with her psychosis. And it's like her getting hit by Batman is like, okay, whatever. At least he's using an open hand, unlike Mr. J, who would, you know, close hand. And that stuff didn't happen in here. But if it were written in here, I would believe it because I'm already thinking this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Don't put your hands on a woman. That being said, women shouldn't be putting their hands on men. Nobody should be putting their hands on each other, all right? Be cool. And here, though, Bet's a little crazy. She's a little crazy. Everybody's a little crazy here. And I enjoyed this comic book immensely when I wasn't freaking out because that stuff happened again. That stuff happened again. This is a nutso crazy comic book. And Batman showing up and punching people and knocking some people out was a nice touch. But what happens at the end is pure insanity. And you really have to be paying attention to the drug that Joker got from the designer. And you got to understand that this is about to get really bad for the bats. Harley said that Joker will kill Batman if he does a misstep. Because right now he's pretty much got everything that he wanted. This stuff on the front, that's just my bag and board. The comic is safe. This stuff does not actually happen. He does not steal all that stuff in this particular issue. I am expecting it to come. But man, this is showing that, you know, what's that one book that he does? There's something in the forest or something like that James Tynion does. Tynion's got a sick, twisted mind that can scare the hell out of you. And he finds the right artist and says, can I get that guy? Because I've seen some of the things he could do. I'd like to see if he could do this. Yo. Remember how Stephen King used to scare people back in the day? Long before there was the silly jump scares. It was an actual deep, terrifying scare, a fright. That's the kind of stuff that Tynion does. Go read Justice League Dark for more of that. For now, I'm really enjoying Joker War. This is a good, solid storyline that's just boom, hitting and hitting and hitting. And every time you think it's going to be boring, Alfred's head will twist around and he'll be like, ah! No thank. That's all the nope in the world. Bye. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Like the video. Class dismissed.